in the auction industry, the whole reason that companies and individuals hire an auction company typically is, one for their expertise, but two, it's their marketing. Their ability to get the sale or those assets in front of the people that are the highest and best buyers for those assets, right? And so the auction process just creates a way for those interested parties to negotiate in real time, compete, ensure that we get fair market value. But most of what an auction company does and is hired for is for marketing. And in fact, in the industry, the most common phrase you hear all the time is the auction method of marketing. Personally, I can't stand that saying, but whatever, we'll roll with it for the sake of this. It's marketing. Marketing is the most important aspect of conducting an auction for a client. And it's also the biggest aspect of the process that I see get screwed up. So many auctioneers and auction companies take on these auctions and these clients, do these sales, and they just have no knowledge or expertise on how to actually advertise that sale, to market those assets to the appropriate people. Maybe the sale does okay because their core buyer base is relatively big. But for the most part, you're still not getting, you sell a dentist office, you got to go find dentists.
Yep.
You got to find people in the dentist industry. And not only do you have to go find them and notify them, you got to notify enough to hope that one of them needs a dentist chair, right? Or wants to open up another office or something
Yeah.
like that. If you're doing an estate with antiques and collectibles, right? And it's a Hot Wheels collection. You got to go find Hot Wheels collectors because not everybody. I'm not buying any Hot Wheels. I
Yeah.
don't care about Hot Wheels. Beanie Babies, it's
Yeah.
like, there was a fad. Now there's no fad. Some collectors are still around, but you got to go find those people and get them to participate in the sale. And I think most auction companies and auctioneers struggle in that area, and it's because it's complex. It's
Mhm.
complex.
Totally.
There's limited budget too, which I
Yeah.
think is the hardest thing for an auction company or an auctioneer to deal with. Is I'm gonna I'm hired to sell $4,000 worth of assets. When you when you look at my commission, let's say I get a third, so I'm at what, $1,200.
Yeah.
Maybe
Fair.
I get some buyer's premium to boot, so I'm at a what, $1,500 total revenue for this sale. Then I got to pay all my labor and insurance and all the cost of doing business. So what can you put for a budget on a $4,000 sale? A couple $100, and that's not a lot of money. So
Mhm.
there's not a lot of wiggle room to screw up. Like, you have to use that budget, it has to be effective, and you have to get the right buyers into the sale.